This is called Yerba Santa, the herb of the saints. If you have a rash, a sunburn, insect bites, a healing injury, anything that itches, you can take the leaves, the flowers, add it to animal fat, make an ointment, rub it on there, it relieves the itch. The Indians taught the Spaniards to use it to relieve the itch of venereal disease. Now, if at any time you believe this Jeep is about to roll, don't worry about it.
I don't think we are.
Look over onto the right, you see what I call catch trees. My God gave us skid plates. Yeah, we get the rookies in here and they just demolish our trails. So we gotta get our maintenance guy in here to do a little bit of maintenance.
You know, one thing out here, Chevrolets and GMCs with aluminum drive shafts don't work on these roads. I got a lot of my friends, man, buying old-fashioned drive shafts at $500–600 nowadays, just because roads like that, the aluminum ones just won't hold up.
Actually, I got a question about the newer Jeeps. Do those with the longer wheelbase like that, does that make it better or worse, do you think? Or
Well, it depends on what you're doing. The longer wheelbase limits
Departure
Overbrake.
angles and
your angles,
approach
yeah.
angles.
Because you're going to drag more or you're going to get high centered. But if you just want to get out and do what we're doing, they're fine. If you just want a real good build an off-road machine, get you an old Willys.
really?
Great little vehicle.
Your grandfather used to have one, old flathead four-banger, little 3-speed,
42
very
miles an
dependable.
hour screaming down the highway downhill with a back wind.
Well, I learned to drive it. Back in.
Yeah, I had a 53 Willys.
I think his was a 53 or something. I really your 51.
Great little machine.
Flat fenders.
Like I say, it'd go screaming down the highway about 42 miles an hour, about as fast as it would go, and it was literally screaming at that speed. But if you wanted to climb the side of that cliff, it'd go right up.
I remember the steering box was so worn. It was just like this, and I mean, I remember he bought a used 57 Oldsmobile. First time I'd ever had power assisted brakes and power steering. Back when I was a kid, you had mechanical brakes. Let me tell you, man, you put your foot on it, you don't stop like you do here.
Yeah. Then you'll see the little weed. You probably have this up in your neighborhood too with the dried brown flower tops here. It's called snakeweed, also known as broomweed.
Broomweed, I've heard that.
It is first of all, a sign of overgrazing, but it is a medicine plant. You have a headache or body ache, you've been on a Jeep ride, you chew on the leaves and the flowers, and it relieves your pain. You can add it to animal fat, make an ointment, put it on cuts, spurs, scrapes, sprains, insect bites, bee stings, it relieves the pain. Make a tea out of it, very good for rheumatoid arthritis. You drink that tea a couple times a day, eases the pain of rheumatoid arthritis. You can also soak your hands and feet in it. I use it myself. You make a couple gallons of tea, add it to your bath water. Very good for muscle aches and back aches. The fluorescent purple color goes away after several days, but you'll feel better. You don't turn purple. I do use it myself. It's known as the aspirin of the desert. Natural anti-inflammatory. Over on the left, you see the sinkhole again.
Yeah, there it is. I think the worst is almost over.
Well, you can think that if you want. Now we're gonna do it backwards. Don't you double dog dare me, Lorraine. I can. Any Jeep driver worth his pay can do it as well backwards as forward, because you never know when you might have to.